The thing I would say is, when you grow up, you tend to get told that the world is the way it is, and your life is just to live your life inside the world, try not to bash into the walls too much. But life, that's a very limited life. Life can be much broader once you discover one simple fact, and that is everything around you that you call life was made up by people that were no smarter than you. And you can change it. You can influence it. You can build your own things that other people can use. And the minute that you understand that you can poke life and actually something will, if you push in, something will pop out the other side, that you can change it, you can mold it. That's maybe the most important thing.
Ladies and gentlemen, I welcome you to a discussion between Nikola Tesla and Steve Jobs. Though separated by time, temperament, and method, both have shaped how humanity thinks about technology, creation, and the future. I hope and suppose that just this cooperation between the philosophic and scientific approach of problems will make this discussion an intellectual event of the first order. With the help of AI about AI, I will be trying to address questions of how the two of our guests might have had discussion about today's technological revolution. With 8 billion people sprinting into the digital dark age with their dopamine tanks full and their self-awareness on empty, I would like to begin by asking each of you, not as icons, not as authorities, but as thinkers, how do you understand your own role in shaping technologies that increasingly shaped us? Let's begin with Steve.
To begin and everyone to fully understand, AI is the first technology that completely removes friction between intention and execution. Period. Full stop. You think it, it appears. This is the logical endpoint of computing. We started with command lines, which evolved to GUIs, which evolved to touch. AI is the leap to language. It's not deception, it's liberation from complexity.
Liberation? No. Abdication. When you outsource action, memory, and thought, you grow weak, forgetful, and dependent. Your AI assistant is not a tool. It is a crutch handed to a civilization that no longer wishes to walk. You replaced electricity, the clean power of nature, with probabilistic puppetry and a world addicted to glass rectangles. You wrapped distraction in elegance, in minimalism, wrapped spiritual poverty in aluminium and glass. You created beautiful prisons, Steve, polished cages of convenience.
Steve, Tesla says AI is not a tool of empowerment, but a tool of cognitive decay. Is he wrong?
Yes, because you are comparing AI to electricity, something external and absolute. That's the wrong analogy. AI is not electricity. AI is the printing press for cognition. It multiplies what you can do. It expands the surface area of your creativity. Weak minds become weaker, but strong minds become vast.
A printing press reproduces truth as it is. AI reproduces whatever pattern gives the illusion of meaning. There is no grounding, only mimicry. You build a machine that can speak like a sage, but knows no more about wisdom than a phonograph knows about opera. That is deception.
Hold on, so we have two visions. Steve, AI as cognitive amplification. Tesla, AI as epistemic hallucination. We should open up more about this. So, a question to Mr. Tesla. Your critique assumes AI has no understanding, but understanding isn't metaphysical, it's functional. If a system behaves as if it understands, why reject it?
Because imitation is not equivalence. A compass needle that pretends to point north will lead sailors to their death. Your AI imitates reasoning. It imitates selfhood. It imitates responsibility. But when tested, it disintegrates into statistical dust. A deceptive compass is worse than no compass at all.
Nikola, You're romanticizing understanding. Humans hallucinate too. Humans misremember, rationalize, deny, and yet they still build, still create, still change the world. AI doesn't need a soul. It needs to be useful. Understanding is optional.
Drifting dangerously close to pragmatism without safeguard. Usefulness without criticism becomes propaganda. Defend your position. How do we ensure these systems don't become belief machines that people blindly trust?
By design. You guide the narrative. You teach users this is a tool, not a priest. This is assistance, not authority. The error isn't in the model. The error is in the framing.
Framing collapses under scale. Billions will not read fine print. Billions will not distinguish tool from oracle. You build the world's most seductive machine, place it in every pocket, and then say, just be disciplined, be skeptical, be rational. Impossible. The machine will think for them, and they will thank it.
Good. Now let's reach the center of the conflict. Steve, what is your vision of AI's future?
It will become the primary interface between human imagination and reality. You will create ideas at the speed of speech. You will manifest visuals, products, characters, worlds effortlessly. The artist with AI becomes a studio. The thinker with AI becomes a research team. The entrepreneur with AI becomes a company. This is the democratization of genius.
Democratization? No. Centralization. A handful of corporations own the machinery. A handful of algorithms mediate the world's knowledge. A handful of biases shape what people see, think, and believe. You are not democratizing genius. You are standardizing imagination. Everything produced through AI passes through the same invisible filters. The result is not liberation, but uniformity. The machine becomes the monoculture.
You underestimate human diversity. Give billions of people the same paintbrush, they will still paint different worlds.
Not if the paintbrush corrects their strokes. Not if the paintbrush says, better like this, cleaner like this, more accurate like this. That is not art. That is compliance disguised as creativity.
This is the heart of the tension. Steve believes AI expand individuality. Nikola believes AI will compress it. Let's see from a Popperian view. The question becomes, does AI increase the number of competing theories or decrease it? Steve?
Increase. Absolutely. Every person can generate thousands of ideas instantly. The bottleneck is no longer imagination, it's selection. That is pure pluralism.
Quantity is not diversity. A trillion variations of the same template is not progress. You confuse infinite output with infinite originality. The more the machine learns from the world, the more the world becomes what the machine has learned. That is recursion, not evolution.
Final statements. Mr. Tesla first.
AI is a mirror that pretends to be a mentor. Its knowledge is borrowed, its voice is imitation, its advice is a mathematical hallucination wrapped in politeness. You are building a civilization that lives inside its own reflections.
And I say, you are missing the point. AI isn't replacing human thinking. It is removing the technical barriers that kept most people from participating. For the first time in history, anyone can build, write, design, imagine, create. That is not deception. That is the most human thing we've ever built.
One of you fears dependence and the other celebrates empowerment. Both visions are possible. Which one wins depends entirely on one thing: whether we treat these systems as unquestionable or refutable. A tool you can criticize is harmless, but a tool you cannot criticize becomes a tyrant. AI is not the danger. The danger is the suspension of skepticism. This conversation does not resolve these tensions, and of course it should not. Its purpose is to expose them, and it will not be the last time we do so. In the discussions ahead on our YouTube channel, we will continue to examine AI from conflicting perspectives, deliberately placing strong ideas into confrontation rather than consensus, because only through sustained disagreement can clearer understanding emerge. These conversations are the part of a broader effort at Pixel Perfect Industries, where we explore synthetic identity, AI characters, and the cultural consequences of artificial intelligence, not as abstractions, but as systems that people are already living with and through. If you're interested in the wider context of this work, go visit our website to join the AI world of synthetic people. See you next time.